For the beginning of this class, okay, I just want to give you a quick test on how well you know MLA format. Now, before you freak out about that, there's no punishment for the bottom, okay? Have any of you used Kahoot before? Yay! Oh, suddenly you think an MLA quiz is fun because it's on Kahoot? So whenever this bad boy turns on, okay, there is a code. So if you go either on your phone or on your laptop, go to kahoot.it and sign up. The code is, I'll just write it here now to save time, 498486. So for those unfamiliar with Kahoot, I'm going to give you 10 questions and there's multiple choices. You've got 4 possible answers. You want to answer as quickly as possible to get as many points. That doesn't mean you guess as quickly as possible, all right? Let's see if we can just turn this over. You know what? I would prefer if you didn't. But yeah, keep it anonymous. You don't have to be like Ashley. Like you can just. Okay, so. Oh well, okay, Ashley, well done. I'm a win. That's obviously Daniel. All right. So, what information should MLA in-text citations include? Go. Is it the first name and page number, the author's last name, page number, publication date and page number, author's first and last name? For anyone that's struggling to see at the back, please come forward a little bit if that makes it easier. I wouldn't want you to have any excuses. Okay. Which in-text citation is correct? Read the following. Imagine a boot stamping on a face forever. In brackets, Orwell 5. Imagine a boot stamping on a face. Forever, Orwell 5. Oh dear. Oh my God. So this is the correct answer. There should not be a comma after the author's last name.
No, there should be.
No. Was I? Wonder Frog, take the lead. So what kind of spacing should MLA format have? Single, 1.5, double, or multiple? All right. Who is the unfortunate soul that thinks multiple spacing should be involved? Wonder Frog leading the pack.
Sabrina, you.
All right.
Who's Sabrina?
Why should students use MLA format? To avoid plagiarism, because teachers say they should, to make a paper harder, or students shouldn't use it. Because teacher, who thinks because your teacher told you? Oh. So what is the name of the page where you give credit to authors whose work you used in a paper? Works cited. So a bibliography can also include sources that you used to gather knowledge but did not actually reference in your essay. If you didn't know, now you know.
We're excited, duh.
What goes in the upper right-hand corner of an MLA formatted paper?
Yeah, let's get it.
Couple left, 10 seconds on the clock. Congratulations. We got still a handful of people, okay? Oh, we've got a new contender for top spot. Wonder Frog's been up there the whole time though. So, true or false, you shouldn't use the author's last name in the citation if the author's name appears in the text. So if the author's name's already in the sentence, should you put the author's name in the in-text citation? True, you do not use it. It's unnecessary. Okay, So like if you say like according to or well and then quote and then the in-text citation, just the page number, okay?
I'm ready.
Bike.
So, how is the works cited page arranged? Is it alphabetically by the title?
No.
Alphabetically by the author's last name? Alphabetically by the author's first name? Or by publication year?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I literally saw alphabetically and I literally, yeah.
Two people not answering there. Very good. The title of the work. I will say you're not incorrect when you said this if there's no author. If there's no author. If it's unknown. Weak, lead the pack. Vike. True or false? You do not need to include in-text citations when summarizing or paraphrasing. You do not need to include them if you're paraphrasing or summarizing. Of course it's false. The only time you do not need an in-text citation is if it's complete common knowledge or completely your own thoughts or words, all right?
Who's writing? Who the hell is writing?
Okay, and I think this is the final question. What information do you include if there is no known author of the source?
Oh wait, this is completely
I don't know.
What, like hand-to-eye coordination? The title of the source. Okay, go grab a seat. You can come up, pick yourself off the floor, and let's look at the leader. And in first place, Week. Congratulations, you no longer have a final exam. Good stuff, well done. I'm just kidding. Today I want to do something a little different. So in your groups of roughly about 4, I've got 7 scenarios. And I would like you all to take a letter from little Timmy. Now little Timmy's got a couple of problems. And it's up to your group of work out what to do with these problems. Now some are a little bit more serious than others, but they all kind of tackle an issue that, you know, teenagers have in this world. Bless you, Ashley, okay? And so what I want you to do, I'll give you 5-10 minutes to do this, and I want you to genuinely think, okay? Don't try and ruin little Timmy's life, okay? I want you to save little Timmy because it's Dear Pretty P, all right? And most letters usually end with, I don't know what to do. Please help me. So, as you agony ants, I would like you to take your global understanding and all of the knowledge that you've learned so far through this project that you've been doing and that moral compass that you have inside of you. There is one, isn't there? Okay, just checking. We'll find out. Let's see what you do to little Timmy. Read, discuss the situation, be ready to present a solution for little Timmy. So everyone, as you are designing your mature and reasonable solutions, each group will have an opportunity to score your assistance. And I wanted to look at it only from 2 ways, okay? There's a morality score and a practicality score. It's laminated so they can score it and then wipe it out. So each group's going to come up, read their situation, and then provide their solution, and then each group can score them, and then once they've scored them, they just wipe it clean again. So, guys, I'm going to start with your example first because, I mean, you chose it, but it's actually one of the sort of easier real-life scenarios to take care of compared to some of the other ones, but I kind of want to have like a logical sequence to start with this one and then go into... I mean, there's a few. There's one where you got to choose between your mom and dad, but they're both addicts of some kind, and so and there's a few others which you'll hear about very soon. So I'm going to come to you guys second to do the presentation because I want to order the sort of scenarios in this kind of logical sequence to get more and more complicated. You can go second. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? All right, let's have our first example. Little Timmy, the 13-year-old YouTuber. Please come forward. Representatives from your team.
Dear Pretty P, my name is Little Timmy. I am 13 years old YouTuber with 200,000 subscribers.
Ooh, you go, Little Timmy.
I play Call of Duty and consider myself one of the best. My parents are against my dreams of becoming the world's best Call of Duty gamer. I've never been to official competition, but I already make $100 a month through my YouTube stream alone. I play the game for 8 hours a day from the moment I get back to the school to the moment my dad shouts at me and turns off the light. My school grades are slipping and I'm constantly falling asleep in class. My parents are threatening to throw my PC in the trash if my grades don't improve. I don't want to give up my dream of being #1 in Call of Duty or lose my subscribers. I don't know what to do. Please help me. Sincerely, Little Timmy.
Okay, so the first solution that we came up with was to persuade his parents to support what Timmy wants to do and like what he thinks he's talented at, because since he already earned a lot of income and like he's a really famous gamer on YouTube, so we thought that this kind of gave him the possibility to succeed as a pro gamer in the future, and also he can set it as his career and gain a reputation in the future. So we thought that the first solution was to persuade his parents to support what he wants to put the future as. And at the same time, we also thought that his parents need to take care of like his well-being, like for example health, because playing games all day long for like 8 hours, it's not good for his health. So we thought that his parents needed to take care in this kind of aspect. And yeah, and also like at the same time his grades. So his parents can help him manage his time so that he can like play games for 3 hours a day and then like study for 5 hours so that his grades don't slip as much. So yeah.
Alright, questions for our agony ants? Anything you're curious about from that solution? No? I would say, how would you have the little Timmy and his parents come to some kind of agreement? Would you get them to make a formal contract for this kind of negotiation, balance between the two?
Like they need family talking. Yeah,
family
because,
meetings.
Like Little Timmy is son of their parents, and some of their parents need to discuss about their son's future, and they also need to respect what their son's like. So I think they have to talk to each other to find a solution.
All right. Okay. Very good. So, quick score. Hold up mark the morality rating. Okay, from that's not right to that is perfectly moral. Okay, hold them up. This one over here. A lot of happy faces in the morality. Okay, practicality. We got practicality here. All right, very good. Good job. Well done. A lot of happy faces. Unfortunately, we're kind of running out of time. So for the next two groups, I want you to keep your scenario to yourself, and we'll cover it at the beginning of tomorrow's class. All right, so keep it a secret, top secret. All right, let's see how good you are at keeping information confidential. So just from the 5 short stories that we came across, we're asking ourselves some moral questions that you may come across in your life. Now, one of them obviously was little Timmy learning difficulties. Now, how many of you play lacrosse? All right, now other than the physical, wow. Okay, I should have asked who doesn't play lacrosse. So other than the physical benefits of doing lacrosse, I mean, how many of you would say it is one of, if not your primary method of releasing stress? So one of the main I mean, I saw Joy, you were walking 힘들어. So, I mean, how many of you, like, sometimes you got a lot of pressure on, and do you look forward to lacrosse training? Is it something that you look forward to? How many of you, like, would anyone like to say something? Sally, how do you feel about doing lacrosse at school?
Like while playing lacrosse, like I forget about things that I was like suffering from or
Okay, good. I hope you're not forgetting like about like history assessment deadlines or anything like that.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else? Lacrosse? How do you feel about lacrosse?
My life. It's my life.
It's your life. It's your life. And so when you look at the 13-year-old YouTuber now, you know, how we define success, you know, always changes. That, you know, and this may even be how do you know if you're successful or not could bridge into the TOK gap, because who tells you the definition of success? Is success through your parents' eyes or is it through your eyes? Like, how many of you consider 200,000 subscribers on YouTube as successful? I'll be honest. You know, I only got 220, so I'm pretty jealous. 200,000, all right? So how would you consider that successful if you were in a position where you had 200,000 subscribers on any platform on social media and you were doing something that you loved? Would you consider that successful? Yeah. Would you consider that being something that you would then drop all academic goals to pursue? No, right? You're smarter than that, or you can put more on your shoulders, I guess. All right. You can maybe. How many of you, if that kind of success, would you see that as like a part-time job? Yeah. And at what stage would this part-time job become full-time? A million subscribers. How many on board for 1 million? So are you telling me that if you, Jen, if you had 1 million subscribers right now and you're trying to just like, I don't know, do whatever, like lacrosse tricks or something, like, would you like go home this weekend and go, you know what? I don't need to do DP. And 1 million subscribers though. How do you treat success? You know, I mean, I would say that you look at other people's lives to judge whether things are successful, right? So are there any YouTubers in particular you look at and go, they are successful?
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie, okay, a gamer.